What's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. So, yeah, I had some really great feedback from the George Carlin review, reaction, what have you, that I did, and really it was a great segment watching that, and I really enjoyed that. I got to feel like I was watching it with you guys, and a lot of you guys, really liked it. It had some great feedback and great reaction to it. So I figured let's do something similar like that again today. And so, yeah, one thing I'm going to say, if you guys have anybody in mind that you feel I should check out and that I should watch on the channel with you all, please let me know. You can shoot me an email, BCereusBooking@gmail.com. It's in the description below. Or you can hit me up on any one of my social media platforms. Add me if you haven't. And we can watch some very interesting people together. But today we're going to watch a segment. It's maybe about 5 or 6 minutes dealing with Richard Wolff. Okay? Now, I've watched many of speeches of Richard Wolff's to this day. And the one I'm about to show you is one of my favorites. Okay? And maybe a bunch of you guys have seen it already. Maybe some of you haven't. But it's a very interesting watch. It'll be a great sit down. And hopefully you guys enjoy my reaction to Richard Wolff's little speech. It was I had to splice it together. It's 3 segments spliced together. It runs about 5 or 6 minutes, and we're going to watch that. So a couple things. Richard Wolff delves into Marxian economics. They call him a Marxist. But you don't have to delve deep into Marxian economics to appreciate what Richard Wolff has to say. And if you don't know what that is, pretty much Marxian economics is a school of economic thought based on the work of 19th century economist and philosopher Karl Marx. Marxian economics, or Marxist economics, focuses on the role of labor in the development of an economy and is critical of the classical approach to wages and productivity. And really what's going on right now, I've experienced it, tons of people are experiencing it, is a disparity in the workplace. And this is really what he's going to talk about in this segment. So sit back, relax, and I'm going to start drinking tea. You know what? We're going to watch this together, and I'm going to drink tea. That's what we're going to do. Tea, okay? Pinky out. Okay, so sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's get into it, shall we?
You know that in the private sector, which is where most of us work, the overwhelming majority, the employer produces some good or some service and sells it into the market. And that employer is never, ever going to hire you for $20 an hour unless the following sentence is true. During each hour that you work, you add more to the value of what your employer sells than the $20 he's going to pay you. Or to say it in real simple English, you produce more than you get paid. So if you've said to yourself, if you heard some proud person say, I will never work for anyone who doesn't pay me what I'm worth, you're talking to a person who doesn't understand how the system works. You were never paid what you were worth, and you cannot and will not be in a capitalist system. Why? Because the difference between what your labor adds to the value that your employer sells and what he pays you is his profit, and it's why he's in business. And if you don't generate that profit for him, he's got no use for you. So for the American people, the vast majority of whom come home every day with a vague sense of having been ripped off at the job, they're exactly right. It's just they haven't had the course yet to be able to understand why they feel that way and why they ought to. The closest we get, and pardon me for those of you who've heard me do this joke before, the closest we get as a culture to recognizing it is that peculiar tradition we have of the name we give for the 2 hours immediately at the end of the workday. The 2 hours that are advertised in that window we pass on the way home from the job, which tells us if we come inside, we can have a happy hour, underscoring how different it is from the previous hours. And then on top of it, you're caught up in a system in which the employer has every incentive and every interest to squeeze the part that's paid to you, thereby increasing what's left over for him in what you produce. Get more out of you, give less to you. It's endless, isn't it? Get you to do a little task extra. Get you to go quicker to the bathroom. Make sure you come on time and don't leave early. And you get the picture? Always, always. And if there's a machine that can make you more productive or make you unnecessary, oh boy, will it be engaged quickly. Impact on you? Who cares? You spend the best days and the best hours of your adult life in an institution that tells you in 1,000 ways, I don't give a shit about you. In capitalism, of course, you are, as Marx loved to say, free. And here's what the freedom means. You can leave the employer and go find another one, hoping against hope that the other one won't treat you as nastily as the one you just left did. A long shot and a very constricted notion of what freedom means. We're about to celebrate a 4th of July with a Statue of Liberty not far from here, which says we welcome the poor, the hungry, the huddled masses yearning to be free as we slaughter them. This is a society that's spun out of control, whose fakery to itself, it reaches such extremes that it's easy for me to take these 15 minutes and sketch it for you. That tells you how far gone it is. There's only one real issue, in my opinion, for the American people. They finally got to stop pointing fingers somewhere else and figure out that allowing an economic system to exist that behaves this way, that puts as its leader a person whose lack of appropriateness for the job is so grotesquely on display every day, the whole world kind of shakes its head in stunned disbelief. You're supposed to have a veneer. That's why you have Ivy League schools. You learn how to not show that sort of thing. The system requires it, but you have to disguise it. The system is an extremist, and so it actually needs clowns, theater performers, to distract people. Let's get angry at Mr. Trump. What for? When he's gone, there's 20 more like that. There's no shortage. England is about to put into office their Mr. Trump. The Italians already have done it.
Wow. Yeah. That man is brilliant. And I mean, really, all he's doing is saying the truth. I mean, where's the lie? Again, same thing I said in the George Carlin video. Where's the lie? Right? But a lot of us have our eyes closed and we're so caught in the monotony of everyday life and what's going on that we don't see just how shitty the workplace and, you know, capitalism in a lot of instances is. So one thing I want to say is, you know, Marxists, what they do is they critique the system, all right? And Marxists tend to critique capitalism, all right? And because of that, you'll often see the media and you know, depending on who you talk to, refer to Marxists as a scary thing, a scary word, sort of like socialist or socialism, right? We've deemed these words scary and bad, but they're not necessarily scary or bad, depending on how it's used. So just be very mindful of that, right? Most people hear Marxist and they're taken aback. Or some people hear socialist and they're like holding up their nose to it. Open your mind a little bit, open your ears, open your heart, and really listen to what these people are saying. What I always do is chew the meat and spit out the bones. That's what I always say. And really, what he's speaking on in a lot of instances is democracy in the workplace. Okay, so look, I just really wanted to watch this video with you guys. As I told you, there are certain videos I've come across in my time being in the political sphere that, you know, meant something to me or I felt were notable. And just like the George Carlin video that I, you know, that instance I thought was really notable and I've always remembered it and I've never forgotten it. Same thing with, you know, this Richard Wolff speech. And I broke it down into the most convenient parts for us to watch. He recently was on The Hill Rising, and I think that'd be another interesting video for me to react to. I've only watched it once, but it was pretty good. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section below if you guys want to watch that with me. And yeah, I think I'm gonna make that a staple. Whenever I watch or do one of these reaction videos, I'm gonna have some tea. It's tea time. It's tea time. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Nothing crazy. I just wanted to watch this video with you guys. Let me know what you think of what he said in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you know anything about Marxian economics? Let me know your thoughts on this video. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. And thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this and to listen to me. Time is something that we can never get back. So more than anything, what I appreciate from you guys is your time. Thank you. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, a Venmo, and a Patreon. Those links are in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Stay safe. Peace.
Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the zone. I think that I'll be fine, but I do not really know, yeah. It's too late for me, not too late for you. To be great, you see, the pain's worth the truth. I don't wanna be just someone that's new. I speak my mind so free, so you could hear the truth. Yeah, I know that we all have fear. In the back of our minds we hear the devil that's in our ear. Let it push you to see more clear. I don't wanna think about the pain no more. Everybody's not the same, we all open different doors. Yeah, we've all got different brains, that's what keeps starting these wars. I just stay within my lane, hope my words even score. I just try to keep it real.